Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Wiki Comic Book Roundup. We've covered most of this week's Marvel books. Now it's time to finish up with this week's Star Wars titles as well as Magic the Gathering. Kicking things off, we've got Crimson Reign, number 4. Now, earlier in Crimson Reign, Lady Kira contracted the Knights of Ren to steal something from Darth Vader's castle. So, the issue begins with Lady Kira approaching the leader of the Knights of Ren, about said job, and about joining Crimson Dawn in general. Initially, he assumes she's flirting with him, but as she goes into who she is and what she's about, yeah. So he begins to realize that, okay, yeah, she that might not entirely be the case, but apparently what the Knights of Ren have been sent to Castle Vader. They want to steal a key for Lady Kira, and they've been hired to steal a key for Lady Kira, and also been told that anything else they can take, they can have. So they get to Mustafar. They land in a spot where the sensors won't really note them, and the Knights of Ren combine their force powers to open to get into another entrance, finding apparently a massive amount of Bacta within the castle. An advisor to Vader finds them and sounds the alarm, leading to a bunch of Dark Troopers attacking them. They get the key, but the shooting stops because Vader himself is there. Ren engages in a duel with Vader, and basically kind of said, yeah, we've got what we came for, so there's no real point in continuing the duel. So he makes good his escape. Vader almost steals the key back, but the Knights are able to combine their force powers and shoot it and distract Vader, allowing Ren to reclaim the key. And take it to Lady Kira, which is where the issue ends. I dug this. The concept of the Knights of Ren was something I found interesting from the sequel trilogy. It kind of bummed me out. They didn't really do anything with it, though. And an attempt in Episode 9 was there, but yeah. There was no real, they were just kind of, something neat to bring up to make Kylo Ren sound cool, and yeah. Anyway, moving on to our next book, we've got Star Wars number 23. Where we left off, the Pathfinders and Starlight Squadron had infiltrated the Tarkin's Will, and Commander Zara took the Tarkin's Will to an orbit of the planet Benicia, where a large portion of the Rebel fleet is stationed, finding itself horrendously outnumbered by the Rebel fleet. But Commander Zara goes over her plan and gets it started. So the ships come in, guns blaze. The rebel ships come in, guns blazing, making it while the target's will makes it gives itself the appearance of going to bombard the surface. And so the targets will utilize its ion cannons to disable some of the rebel ships. And, well, those ships are now caught in the gravity well of Panacea and falling fast, making it so that there's no way that the fleet on the surface can evacuate in time, or that the rebel ships can get restore power in time. So basically, it's going to force the alliance to decide: do we let the fleet die on the surface, or do we, destroy the ships? Meanwhile, Pathfinder Squad has made it to the detention level. Cass Dameron goes to save his wife. And Tarkin's will gets closer to the surface and manages to use its engines to ignite fuel, blowing up a large portion of the rebel fleet. The Pathfinders begin their way out, while Tarkin's will goes after Home 1. However, during the battle, a couple of the Pathfinders set off charges within the power core of the Tarkin's will, turning the tide for the rebels. But Commander Zara gives the order to abandon ship as the Star Destroyer crashes into the planet's surface. The Damerons return to the fleet, but there's a command level hail for General Organa from Commander Zara, informing Leia that she's still alive. And that is where the issue ends. This is definitely turning into an interesting tale in the whole at this point in Star Wars history, that's for sure. Anyway, moving on to our next book, we've got Star Wars Obi-Wan, #1. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi went into exile on Tatooine at the end of the Clone Wars, namely to hide from the Purges, and also to keep an eye on Luke Skywalker. So, while on Tatooine, Obi-Wan notes a storm is approaching. So he can feel he's learned to feel the pressure drops, and so basically recognize the signs. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. Anyway, that he begins writing a journal. One might even say a memoir. So, back when Obi-Wan was a youngling, one of the other younglings left. Obi-Wan went and tracked her down. Apparently, she's been having a vision of her father. Terrified, in great pain, something horrible is going to happen. And so, she's going to go and try to make sure that doesn't happen. Obi-Wan doesn't want her to leave because as far as he can tell, she's his only friend. So Obi-Wan goes after her when she leaves the temple and runs afoul of Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn, group of gangsters in the lower levels of Coruscant. Um, a deal's been made with to get them off planet, or to get her off planet, but the other youngling is betrayed upon discovering, oh, they're Jedi Academy trainees. Well, that's a bit more valuable than what was given to the gangsters. They her and Obi-Wan escape, but she's still going to go. And so back when Obi-Wan returns to the temple, Yoda's waiting for him. And basically tells Obi-Wan to, think on the wisdom he's gained from this night while it's still new to him. But Obi-Wan said, as he writes, he explains he never saw Garen Rand again. Doesn't know what became of her or whether she was able to save her father. Obi-Wan's only hope is that she does not succumb to her fear, just as he hopes to continue holding back his own of what is to come. And that is where the issue ends. Very interesting. I will admit, yes, I am very much looking forward to the upcoming Obi-Wan miniseries on Disney Plus. And it's kind of, it is, I have to admit, it is nice to have things that flesh out Obi-Wan's history. We what we know, we know quite a bit, but there's still quite a bit we don't know as well. So, moving on to our last book for the moment, we've got Magic the Gathering number 14. Where we left off, while trying to find a way to Ravnica, the Planeswalkers Chandra, Garruk, and and Nico Eris have gone to the plane of Eldraine, where Garruk was resurrected recently. Died and was resurrected. Their plan is to resurrect the specter that haunts Nico, which has apparently been what was commandeered in a battle against Davriel, the Planeswalker Davriel. While traveling through the swamps, though, they're tested. Garruk sees a vision of his father. Chandra sees a vision of Kaya, Ral, and Vraska. Nico ends up seeing a vision of the god Klothys. They overcome their visions they see. And are found worthy of the Cauldron of Eternities. And well, basically it rewards them. The specter of none other than Jace Beleren, who simply says he has so much to tell them as the issue ends. Honestly, I've really been enjoying this current run on Magic. It's I've been enjoying the book altogether as a whole. It'll be interesting to see what Niv Mizzet's endgame is here, but Can't say I'm entirely surprised at the quasi-return of Jace Bellerin. I guess we'll see how concrete of a quasi-return that is. But yeah, very interesting so far. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying live long and rock hard.